The episode starts with Oliver explaining how the soot piping system works, but we see Susanna blaming Susie for entrusting the coffee to the twins. However, Barbara points out that she favored the twin and her doll was simply abiding by her opinion. Susie turns it around and says that Barbara and Barbie are partially to blame as well because they weren't even there. 2 living dolls from the first aid team come in, Guile and Eve. They give a report about the incident. 2 living dolls were seriously injured. 10 have contracted light soot sickness. Barbara asks what Rosemary has to say about her testimony, but they say that she is unable to speak. Oliver asks if they're going to report this to Edward, but because of how big of a mess it was, they can't, or they'll be stripped of their Starbearer status and possibly gotten rid of. But the biggest offense is that they betrayed Lord Grandfather's love for them by losing the coffee. They begin to think about the situation, and Barbara goes back to the advice Edward gave them, that being for them to be wary of Kate. Everyone is called to the Starbearers meeting, where Barbara tells them that they have resolved this affair. The incident was caused by Isabel and Maria Belle's living dolls, and the mysterious figure has been confirmed to be them as well. For their punishment, they have been assigned soot pipe cleaning. As Barbara dismisses them, she stops Kate and brings her and Emilico to a room with all the other Starbearers to, interrogate her. She asks if Kate has anything to say regarding the Phantom incident. Kate, being her usual self, says, what do you mean? I thought we weren't supposed to talk about it. And Kate asks if they suspect her of something. Oliver mentions that he likes them, but at this rate, Edward will, but Susanna cuts him off. Kate puts together that he's putting pressure on the Starbearers. Kate starts to emit soot, so Susanna says that she must be feeling guilty about something. Kate pretty much decides to go against the Starbearers, I guess. She tells them that she knows that Edward hates her, and that their plan is to frame Kate to curry favor with Edward. She asks them if they know how everyone thinks about them in the children's wing. They say that compared to Christopher, they are all far inferior. This causes Benjamin to get angry, and as he does, Kate begins to emit a large amount of soot and begins to ridicule them, saying that all they've done is whatever Edward tells them to do, and Kate tells them that if she was in their position, she would be able to resolve this matter. Barbara tells Kate that she will overlook her comments, but she will not be granted any special authority, and that if she's able to find out what happened, she will receive great recognition. As Kate is gone, the Starbearers are talking amongst themselves. Benjamin says that if it doesn't work, they can just blame Kate, but Susanna points out some soot stalactites that Kate made on the ceiling, mentioning that Kate can't be dealt with carelessly because of how much soot she emits. Kate is going through Emilico's Don't Fret notebook, where she notices a map of the main house that Mia drew. Isabel, Maria Belle, as well as their shadows, are cleaning the pipes, and they bang the door to get out, where we see that the living dolls have contracted soot sickness. The first aid team takes them to the washing room, where we see a doll strapped down, throwing up water, and then being instantly taken back to clean the pipe. As Kate and Emilico are talking to Mia, they hear Rosemary throwing a fit. We then get a better view of the cleaning process. Rosemary is strapped down on the table with her mouth forced open. The nurse puts water in a syringe and forces it into her mouth, where she throws it up. Kate and Emilico head out to go make a floor plan. As they're walking outside, John slides down a pole and meets up with them. They explore the outdoors for a while, and as they're outside on the 3rd floor, they notice a shack in the distance and decide to go check it out. John pulls at the door, but it doesn't budge, and as he continues to pull, the face of the building tears away from the rest of the building and falls down. We see Oliver and a bunch of other people in the shack, and it turns out to belong to the research team. Oliver points forward and says Ollie. This causes Ollie to dart towards Emilico, but the episode ends. Some personal thoughts. Obviously, Ollie is going to go grab Emilico and most likely ask her to help him with his machine. I liked how Kate stood up against the Starbearers. It shows that she's not just talk, she can, walk the walk. the way they clean the living dolls is pretty brutal. Like, I wouldn't want to go through that. But the episode, it was interesting enough. So, I'll look forward to next week, see where it goes. But that's about it. So, yeah.